hello cadre, good afternoon. Figured I'd go ahead and get a shave in here before work. So just get down to it. I'm using CBL Dragon's Blood today. And be shaving with something that I got from Chris Lindsay as well is the Spike razor, 4/8 straight razor there. It's got a nice little edge to it. And I'll be using the Ever Ready with a 2-band badger I put in there from Maggards. So, hope everybody's doing well. I think I kind of got myself mostly caught up last night on the cadre. Not on the videos at all yet, but on all the reading. I think I'm good to go. Except for, you know, what was posted while I was asleep today, because I'm on night shift now. Alright. A little bit of a wet load, so lots of good proto leather coming off there to refine. Yeah, so trip over the weekend was really good. It was my first time seeing the Grand Canyon. And obviously for the kids too, they were impressed, but maybe not quite as impressed as they will be when they're a little older and get to see it again. And when they'll remember it a little better. But they had fun on the train, seeing everything. And then of course they had a blast at Arizona, the wildlife park out there, which, I mean, it was really cool because, so you get there and the first thing you do is you drive through all these animal enclosures. And I mean like actually through the enclosures, like they have gates that are open, but they've got these huge, like extra crazy versions of cattle guard between going through it. It's like a full car length on either side of the gate so that none of the animals can get through. And it keeps them separated really well. So they've got like bighorn sheep and mountain goats and bison and all that kind of stuff right next to bears and wolves and deer. And it's all just separated by a few fences. So yeah, so we drove through initially and didn't see a whole lot of stuff up and around. It was kind of late morning when we got there, kind of warm. And then we get to the end of the drive-through section and there's a walk-through area where they have a few more animals that need a little bit more special enclosure. So we go and we walk around and see that, and they had a couple of jaguars and some smaller stuff like porcupines and some foxes and stuff like that. That was really neat. Water here. And of course they had, like, you know, restaurants, gift shops, stuff like that there. But then you just head towards the exit. And instead of actually going all the way out, at the kind of very end there, right before you get back to passing the pay booth to get in, there's a spot where you can just turn around and go drive through again. You can do that as many times as you want until they close. So that was cool. So we drove through the second time just because there was a couple of things, like we didn't see hardly any deer the first time, and what we did see was far away and laying down. So then we went through the second time and they had just gone ahead of us, and I guess feeding time. So everything was right out near the road and moving around and up. So it was really cool to get to see all that. All right. I mean, and we legitimately had bears walking. You know, they have rules for each enclosure, like, you know, you can stop or you can't stop, or you have to keep your windows up, or you can have them down for some of the tamer animals. Some of them, like, you know, the bears, it's like, do not stop, keep your windows up, keep your doors locked, because apparently the bears know how to open doors, which is fun. And yeah, some of them it's just you can stop, but if the animals start to approach the car, you have to move along, because they are still wild animals. But I did not shave over the course of the trip. I shaved the morning we left, and then just knowing that we kind of had early morning stuff going every day, and I was going to need to help, you know, make sure the kids were ready to go and all that. I decided to leave the shaving stuff at home rather than take it and not end up using it. Because as it was, I was getting up at like 6:30 while on vacation just to make sure I could get a shower and get myself woken up in the morning before I had to get everybody ready to go, because everything was on an early schedule. And for me, on a day off, normally I'm looking at about, probably averaging about 8:30 before I get up with the kids. So they weren't even awake yet. But yeah, so this razor is kind of a neat little thing, because it's, I mean, it's super duper tiny, but it definitely gets the job done. There's just a lot more of that little back and forth kind of motion to it, because it just doesn't have the mass to just plow through like some of the bigger razors do. But it's still sharp, it still cuts just fine, nice and comfortable. Where I'm at here. And the biggest thing to try to remember with it is to not use a lot of pressure. Because unlike, again, the bigger razors, it is so light that you do have to use just that little bit of pressure just to keep it, you know, in contact with your face and cutting hair. And I really haven't used this soap in a little while. But I'm always impressed by just how nicely it smells. Chris did a really good job formulating that on this one. So yeah, so we just pass one. Nice and easy. Rinse real quick. Yeah, there's always something that's just really nice about letting your hair, facial hair, grow out for a few days over the weekend or whatever. Enough so you can clearly see there's a few millimeters growing out your face, and then you just wipe it all out with a straight razor. Because it really does just kind of wipe it right off if you get a nice sharp blade. Well, yeah, so looks like John, aka the monkey, has got us started for our next bingo thread. Game won't start till the end of the month. It should be a fun game, very interesting. Set of rules this time. There are only 2 cards, one red, one blue. And it is not traditional bingo card setup. It's evens or odds. So everybody playing will pick 1 card. They state at the beginning which card they're picking. And then, once the game starts, it is essentially a race to find the calls every day, so that, because all you need is a standard traditional bingo. So the first person to find the right calls wins. And, we don't, no idea which card is going to be the big winner. So there's still a little element of luck there. Okay, switch it up here. Yeah, and I know most people are kind of, summer's winding down, getting ready for fall. Out here, we still got at least another month and a half of summer before things cool off to our wintertime type temperatures. Alright. Lid off here. Okay, so far this is shaping up to be a really nice shave. Already BBS in a few spots. Alright, yeah. Oh yeah, so almost forgot. Last weekend was, or Labor Day weekend rather, was the 1 year anniversary for CBL soap. So congratulations to him on that. And I think he released some new soaps and re-released a few. Haven't had a chance to really look over it yet. I think there's a few I might like to get. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that this time or not. Just got stuff going on, life and whatnot. So we'll have to see. But I know there's definitely some good smelling stuff happening over there. All right. Feels good. Not quite a DS BBS, but it'll definitely dry down to a solid BBS plus for sure. No problem. That little blade is sharp. Cool. Time for the good old Thayer's coconut. And yeah, so I will shut you guys off for a minute while I clean some stuff up, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're going to finish things off today with a little Florida water. And yeah. So Good weekend. Starting the work week tonight. Hope everybody has a good week. And yeah, if you're just seeing this on YouTube, come check us out over on the Cadre. It's a great group of guys. We got lots of discussions going on about all sorts of things, not just shaving. Plus we have a little fun over there too. So come check us out, www.theshavingcadre.com. Catch you guys later.